Hey y'all. We are going to continue our read aloud of Towers Falling. I was going to get on here yesterday and finish the chapter that we had done. I think it's 13. But we got the news about school not going back into session, and I was just a hot emotional mess. And I'm really going to miss you guys, and it really sucks that we are not going to be back together to read this, but we are going to finish this book before the end of the year. So we will go ahead and get started. All right, Sabine, the engineer, who knew? We're proud of our fake skyscraper, nervous, we wait to see if the ball falls. Others start over rebuilding, a million, no, a trillion golf balls wouldn't have crashed the real towers. Ben looked straight at Sabine. No, she answered in grim. You'll come to my house again, won't you, Sabine? And before Sabine can answer, he adds, Deja, my mom says come over whenever you want to. She likes Ray and Lita. We're a team, aren't we? Ben sounds desperate, like he really and truly needs us. Sitting on the floor with the fake skyscraper, none of us says anything about sitting in Ben's room, about terrorists or tears, or the fact that me and Ben know deep inside that Sabine isn't always happy. We have our secrets. We're a club. We all know what made the towers fall. Me and Sabine know about Ben hurting, missing his dad. Ben and Sabine know I act tough when I'm frustrated. We'd all be lonelier without each other. I'd be the loneliest of all. Miss Davis stoops, her flat, shiny, her hands on her knees, and she stares at our skyscraper. You've won, she says. See, class, says Miss Davis, pointing. A strong foundation supports everything. Skyscrapers, engineers' dreams. It's amazing what people can build. We three grin, happy. The bell rings and we retreat back to homeroom. Deja, your pop is waiting for you outside. He's been here all day, I ask. Yes. Am I leaving? Miss Garcia knows what I'm asking. Not now, at least I don't think so. Our principal is very good at explaining curriculum. Every generation has new things to learn, like how the skyline changes. Miss Garcia gently squeezes my shoulder. We're all so glad you're here, Deja. Principal Thompson wouldn't let you go without a fight, and neither would I. Thanks. I really, really mean it, and I want to hug Miss Garcia, but I don't. Slowly, I stuff pencils, a notebook into a plastic grocery bag. I'm not sure I want to go outside. Maybe Pop changed his mind. Maybe he's lost again, sick. Kids rush from the classroom, and Ben and Sabine are dragging behind. Swinging his backpack over his shoulder, Ben draws close, and Sabine does too, and out of the blue she squeals like she's had the best idea ever. Turkish delight. My mother makes the best Turkish delight. What's Turkish delight, I ask. Dessert, says Ben. Better than brownies? Oh, much better, says Sabine. We'll save some for Ray and Lee to have a party at my house. Or mine, says Sabine. My friends don't mind that I don't say or mine, and this makes me feel better. I walk outside and Pop sits on the school steps, his elbows on his knees, his head in his hands. I tap his shoulder. Pop? Deja? He wipes his eyes and cheeks, and I don't ask Pop why he's been crying. He might lie or worse, tell me a truth I'm not ready to hear, like I'm leaving this school. Pop pulls me down onto the step, never minding that kids are streaming past us. He hugs me, a rocking hug like he did when I was little, when I used to fit on his lap. They saw, Deja, Pop whimpers. They saw through the window. Everybody saw. Who? Principal Thompson? Miss Garcia? Miss Garcia was a student, a 5th grader. Her mother, all the parents came to pick up their kids. How awful. Miss Garcia, as old as me, seeing the planes hit live. Days, weeks afterward, there were ashes, paper bits from wallets, purses, floating into the schoolyard. I tense. This is new information, and Pop squeezes me so hard I think I might start gasping and coughing. Over his shoulder, I see students so polite they waited until the street corner to stare back at me and Pop. I'm not mad. I'd stare too. Principal Thompson promised me you wouldn't see no video, only photographs. Some things a child should never see. I don't tell Pop I've seen the video. I wish I hadn't. Still, in a few years I'll be in high school. Shouldn't I know terrorists flew planes into the towers? When do kids get old enough? As far as I can tell, even Pop isn't old enough. I pull back, and Pop's eyes are wet again. He rubs his head. Pop must have seen it. We've never had a computer. They're library computers, but Pop doesn't like crowds. He didn't say children shouldn't know about some things happening. He said children shouldn't see. How does he know about what was seen? It hits me. He was there, before I was born. My world is shattered. My mind turns Pop's words inside out. Challenge ideas and assumptions, Mr. Schmidt had said. History is relevant, alive, personal. How come I didn't know? Pop's history affects me. And this is the next chapter called Suitcase. I spy on the suitcase. It moves. I never noticed before. Sometimes the suitcase is on its side, sometimes it's upright, sometimes it's pushed beneath Pop and Ma's bed, sometimes it's on the bedspread or tilted against a wall. Pop must be opening the suitcase, not just getting ties, but maybe other things. Maybe he's looking in. At what? Except for one time, I've never seen Pop touch the suitcase. It just moves like magic. A beige case with a lock and handle and a thick, dark stripe down the middle. I can't sleep. Lita curls up like a bird, and I like listening to her breathing. I like how warm she feels. In the dark, dark room, I think about how much I love my family. Ray has got to go to kindergarten. Ma has got to get some rest. Pop needs to feel better and get a job. I hear squeaks. Someone's moving and not sleeping like me. I turn onto my stomach and peek above the pillow, and I think it's Pop. His shadow is long as he pulls the suitcase from behind a box. He digs and grabs something from inside the box. He sits on the floor, legs splayed. The suitcase clicks. He's got a key. I hold my breath, and Pop's lifting items from the suitcase. He's crying, pressing his hands against his mouth. I flinch. Even muffled, Pop's crying sounds wild. Last time I heard such a sound was when Miss Anderson's son got shot by a drive-by. She was in the street holding Eddie's body. If Pop dropped his hands, his cries would fill up the whole room, maybe even the building, the entire block. What happened to Pop? What was he doing when the towers fell? Was he there? Sounds like the next chapter is going to answer some questions. I hope that you have turned in all of your e-learning work today. If not, get to it. And I hope that you enjoy your free read Friday tomorrow, and that you read, and hopefully it won't be windy and rainy and gross, and so you can read outside. All right, have a good one. Bye.